everybody, my name is Eric Hopkins and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Well, Star Wars The Bad Batch is a little under a week away on Disney Plus, and it is the sequel series to Star Wars The Clone Wars, which takes place immediately after Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So I'm very excited about that series, but with that series coming out, the new animation show from Lucasfilm, we have a little bit more news, tidbit or whatever you might have it, out of the Star Wars animation front. This comes to us from Entertainment Weekly. Clone Wars star Matt Lanter says his Anakin Skywalker will return to Star Wars soon. Well, Anakin Skywalker will return in live action form by the way of Hayden Christensen in the upcoming Obi-Wan series, which I'm also very excited for, by the way. Star Wars The Clone Wars voice actor Matt Lanter says that his version of the character will be returning to animation. Matt Lanter shared with Entertainment Weekly during an interview with Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix that he's been quietly working on some projects for Lucasfilm Animation after Clone Wars concluded with its series finale last year. He said, quote, there's some new Lucasfilm animation going on. I've been a part of some things I can't talk about yet. You'll see Anakin again. Lanter then promises, I never quite put Anakin down, whether I'm doing a video game or something new for Lucasfilm Animation. A good guess would be some kind of cameo or lengthier appearance in Star Wars The Bad Batch, the spin-off series to Clone Wars that will premiere on Disney Plus on Star Wars Day, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. The show will focus on Clone Force 99 and feature a number of characters in the Star Wars canon, including Ming-Na Wen's The Mandalorian character Fennec Shand in animated form. So yeah, I obviously as a Star Wars fan, I'm very excited about this. And I can't wait to see The Bad Batch. It's going to be a lot of fun. But obviously, a lot of Star Wars fans, as much as they don't really care for the prequels, a lot of Star Wars fans who've actually taken the time to check out the animated Clone Wars series knows how good that show is, including Star Wars Rebels. And I mean, Resistance wasn't that great, but some of the Star Wars animated stuff has been stellar. And a lot of that is due to writer-producer Dave Filoni, and director, I should say. And he's been working on The Mandalorian with Jon Favreau as well, which is another reason The Mandalorian is great. So to see Matt Lanter come out now at the voice of Anakin Skywalker in the Clone Wars and saying he's not done with the character and they've got plans for the character is intriguing. Now, does that mean we're going to see another series or something with Anakin Skywalker? Not necessarily. We could just, like the article states, could just be a flashback sequence in The Bad Batch or something like that. But obviously that show is going to focus more on the Clone Force that was introduced in season 7. You know, that was like, you know, genetically engineered to like kind of have each one have different like power sets, so to speak, and different skills that they can excel at. And it will obviously pick up right after Revenge of the Sith and how they deal with Order 66 and, you know, their place in the Empire, and maybe you break away from the Empire and things like that. We'll see what happens. But in regards to Anakin Skywalker, though, it doesn't feel like that character would fit in the Bad Batch show. But never say never. They may have a story arc planned where, obviously, with animation, you know, you are clearly, you know, well in advance. You have to plan these things well in advance. So if he's saying he has actually, you know, been a part of some things that he can't talk about yet, that means whatever he has voiced for Anakin Skywalker has already been, you know, recorded and most likely already been animated and shot, because animated shows are, you know, planned out years in advance. We're going to be seeing the first season of Bad Batch, but they probably already got season 2, maybe even season 3, and they're probably working on that right now if it goes that far. So whatever they've got planned, clearly, you know, this has already probably happened with Matt Lanter. But I mean, personally, I would love to see more of Anakin Skywalker in the animated form. The thing about the Clone Wars to me was it got canceled way before its time. Obviously, with the purchase of Disney and things like that happened, you know, and the Clone Wars never got finished the way a lot of fans would have liked to have seen it finished. Hashtag complete the Clone Wars. And that very well could be what's going on with Matt Lanter talking about coming back as Anakin Skywalker. Maybe Lucasfilm saw the success of the final season of the Clone Wars on Disney Plus, and maybe they decided to go back and finish those unfinished story arcs, which would be great. I still would like to see that happen. I think that is one of the biggest travesties of the Star Wars universe, is we never got to see some of the conclusions of the character arcs in their true form in the animated show. Obviously, we got some books and we got some comics in regards to characters like Asajj Ventress and, you know, Darth Maul and Mother Talzin. But some of that stuff I would love to see animated in its completed version and its completed form. I think that would be the proper way to give those characters completed arcs. So I'm hoping that that's what this means. We may get a completed Clone Wars series based on everything they had planned out and recorded and pre-visualized and all that stuff, that hopefully we'll get it done. But, it could be for, maybe it's for a completely different show. Maybe we're going to be getting more animated shows. And if that's the case, that's great, because they've been top-notch outside of Resistance. It was okay, but it was mostly for kids. A lot of slapstick humor, things like that kind of a Jar Jar-esque type, slapsticky. But, for the most part, Rebels and Clone Wars especially were stellar. And if you've not checked out the animated Star Wars shows, I highly recommend them. It's not required viewing for the movies, but it may start to be, because The Mandalorian obviously has taken characters from the animated shows and have brought them into live action now. So it very well could become, required viewing. And if nothing else, if you check that out, if you don't like episodes 1, 2, and 3, the Clone Wars series and Rebels flesh out some of that stuff to where it brings the enjoyment of the prequels even up a notch. So if you're a little shaky about those films, these series can do a lot of good when it comes to fleshing out the story arcs and character development, especially in regards to the turn of Anakin Skywalker, how it gradually went from where we saw him in episodes 1 and 2, and then all of a sudden, boom, in 3 he turned to the dark side. Clone Wars kind of fleshes that out a little bit and makes the progression all that more fluid and smooth. So, but what do you guys think about this news? Are you excited to see Matt Lanter coming back as Anakin Skywalker? Comment down below. Hit this like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content on my channel. And until my next video, guys, take care.
We about to turn it on.